St. Luke's Episcopal School students confronted outside a Waffle House, one of them attacked with a knife. That assault outside the Waffle House on Cottage Hill Road at Dimitropolis Sunday night. WKRG News 5 Shamani Baker is joining us in the studio. Shamani, you talked with the father of one of those teens.
I did, Church, and he says this situation has been traumatic for the high school students and says he never would have thought something like this would happen. Something most teenagers do.
My son and 3 of his friends were celebrating one of his buddy's birthday, and they decided to go to Waffle House and eat dinner.
What happened next was not at all what the teens were expecting Sunday night.
From my son's point of view, he was cashing out, and a guy touched him on the shoulder and said that his lights were blinking on his truck. So he walked outside to tell his friends that was actually driving that something was wrong with the truck. And when my son got out there, the guy pulled a knife and put it to his friend's neck.
Chris Brown says that's when a struggle between the attacker and one of his son's friends happened. The attacker managed to cut the boy in the stomach with a knife. The student ran inside the Waffle House and locked himself in the bathroom.
He ran inside, the perpetrator followed him, and that's when my son and his 2 friends ran to Cottage Hill Baptist Park and called Mobile PD and then called me.
Brown says once he received the call from his son, he was shocked, to say the least.
Very, very surprised. You know, this is something they do all the time. They're good kids. I mean, that's what they do. On the weekends, they'll go hang out at a friend's house and then go eat somewhere and then come home.
Thankfully, the student who suffered the knife wound is okay and the cuts are minor. Brown says this is every parent's nightmare, but this was a wake-up call that anything can happen.
I want parents to know that this can happen anywhere in Mobile at any point in time. And this guy was super brazen to do this in a crowded place and with no care, you know, that he's on camera or who saw him do what he wanted to do. You know, it was an attempted carjacking.
Now, the man who did this has not been caught yet. Brown says the other parents and him are working closely with Mobile police to make sure the person who did this is held accountable. Reporting in studio, Shamani Baker, WKRG News 5.